Yo, yo. Tuesday night, and I brought company in the form of the big dog himself. It is Domino. I literally just had to check to see if I was on mute there, Domino. Otherwise, I would have butchered your intro. Domino, how you doing, bud?
Yeah, just saluting the crowd around me, 8 Ball. Just saluting the crowd around me. Man, I think I'm still tired from Sheffield. I ain't gonna lie to you.
We accidentally had last week off. Really, I mean, we're still posting stuff and doing stuff, but in terms of live streams, to be honest, I only got my voice back this last couple of days. 8 hours of talking, really good, knowledgeable pro clubs chat.
Mentally
good,
focused the whole time as well. 8 hours, switched on, locked in.
It truly was. It truly was. But it was good fun. And if you missed it, then you can go and watch it still, because funnily enough, they taped the whole thing. And also VPG have cut the whole thing down in case you don't want to watch all the breaks as well. So you truly are spoiled. Right. More to the point, tonight's games. Wow, we've been blessed. First up is Digital Esports against FLAIR, the Germans against the French. That's going to be a good game, Domino. It always is. It always is. And those of you who have watched the channel before will know how much of a fan of Digital Esports I am. Okay,
I was about to say that.
I am a big fan. Now, I'll caveat that with the fact that it is Summer League, teams are missing players. I've also had a look at the league table and they've only won one from the first 8, but still, I am a massive fan of Digital. And they're up against... do you know what? FLAIR are like a box of chocolates, Domino. You never know what you're going to get. that is literally FLAIR. One time I'll watch them and they'll be phenomenal. I'm like, these boys can, they'll take on the top 3. And then the next, I'm like, fair enough. So, Domino, the first question, I'll just chuck myself off of here so you can see. My first question is, which direction do you see this going, and which FLAIR is going to turn up today?
Oh, mate, they know, it was advertised earlier that they are on the channel, the place to be. They are being streamed on Pro Clubs Weekly. And I told you, mate, it's a spotlight for FLAIR. I reckon they're gonna be like, "Oh, Jesus Christ, we're on Pro Clubs Weekly, boys. We got to turn up." The Summer League has individual players. They've roped the people back round, mate. They're like, "It's Pro Clubs Weekly day. We've got to get the boys in." I reckon it is going to be the FLAIRiest FLAIR that turns up, 8 Ball. But before I looked at it and I saw, obviously, again, the games we're covering today, I want to tell you something, 8 Ball. Genuinely honest. So do you know when, like, you wake up on Sunday and you're just like, in real life, it's like, oh, I wonder who's playing on the weekend, and you get like, oh, it's Liverpool Chelsea, sweet, that's a wicked game. My life has turned into this, where I'm like, oh, who's the games on? Oh my god, Digital versus FLAIR, mate, what a game that is. And then the next game after that, POISE versus ALTAY. We're going to speak about that in a second. I'm like,
spoiler alert, yeah, absolutely spot on.
I'm just sitting there. I got the text message at work, and you sent me the link, and we like, here's the covering. I was literally like, well excited.
I think people could tell over social media and whatnot how excited we were because we don't know. We just agreed to kind of rock up on the day, and we agreed to rock up today, and yeah, we got some very, very good games on our hands. So they are currently in the lobby, he says.
Which stream are you on, 8 Ball?
I've gone with Jeff. Jeff's never let me down before. He's in that middle. He's in that middle of central defense. Like he's the person I want to be following. And yeah, just to kind of touch upon this, it is Summer League. For those of you who don't know about VPG Summer League, it's a bit more relaxed. And I say that everyone still wants to win, but there's no obligations to play if you need a break or you need a rest, because FC25 is just round the corner. So this is kind of your last chance to have a rest and to get that break in. And yeah, take the opportunity while you can. GK, Mr. Ahmed, yeah, welcome in. I see. Do you know what? I see that man more than I see you, Domino. I think he's more involved in Pro Clubs Weekly than you are. And
It's not
Ben
hard.
Ray,
Hey, bro,
and
it's not
Ben
hard.
Ray, this is a fantastic story, Domino. Ben Ray of Sheffield Wednesday fame, one of Domino's favorite teams and one of Domino's favorite players, is playing for ALTAY this evening.
No.
So not only
Is that when they came down to Sheffield and recruited him?
they must have. I mean, I'm still waiting for my acceptance letter. It must have got lost in the post or whatever. But I'm sure I'll rock up for them sometime soon as well.
Anyway, I'm gonna be honest with you, my friend. I'm not gonna lie. Since we've had that ALTAY top, I've literally worn it every morning for a dog walk. Not a lie, it happened. Every morning for a dog walk, I've worn that. What a top!
It's an honor.
What a
It's
team.
an honor to wear it. But yeah, he played 2 games last night, 1-2. So the man's on 100% record at the moment. You're now going to put that record to the test. To be fair, there's probably not many harder tests out there than the test of POISE away from home tonight. So good luck with that. But we'll be here watching, so we'll get to see it all unfold right before our eyes. Who's the best goalkeeper right now?
Do you know what, 8-Ball?
Do
you know what? So I play for. I wouldn't say I play for a team. It's a casual team that I jump in and play for some nights in the evening, and they all jumped on and watched the VPG stream at Sheffield. They were saying how impressed they were with Sparta, mainly because I think we were bigging him up a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, the guy's massive.
That's what we do.
in
We do it with
person.
everyone, to be honest.
Yeah, it's got between. I don't know. It's different auras, mate. Guy Jesus, unbelievable.
Yeah, Guy Jesus and Edu Martins at the LAN event. We had Berisha turned in probably one of the best goalkeeping seasons I've ever seen from a goalkeeper last season. Anonym's always my go-to. We've got Cruz playing tonight for Digital, rocking that 6'7" build. That, to be honest, and obviously Sparta as well. And to be fair, do you know what? It pains me to say, but Middleton had a very good LAN as well. So you guys are absolutely spoilt for goalkeepers at the moment. They're probably the ones that spring to mind just off the top of my head whilst I'm in a very sweaty room with these very sweaty headphones on. So if you need me to think about it more, I definitely can put together a full-on shortlist. But basically, whenever anyone asks us who we think is, best player or best players, plural, have a look at our baller builds, because when we see people turn in performances, we literally just go hunt them down. So chances are, if they have a baller build, we rate them pretty high. So have you got an updated Anonym build? I feel like we have. Is that one I genuinely think we updated. He's the only goalkeeper we actually updated his baller build for. Go and check it out, Justin. I'm quite sure we have. But yeah, in the background you can see FLAIR have sent their invite. I mean, it's on German, so I'm assuming that's what it is.
8-Ball, you don't speak German? Or read German?
I was gonna try and be dead fancy and say no in German, but no, same everywhere. So
It's 9.
well, there you go then. Yeah, quite clearly, I don't speak German.
Let's go.
But that's not going to stop me. I was about to say rooting for Digital. I'm not rooting for Digital. We don't have favourites. However, Domino's favourite is Sheffield Wednesday, and my favourite is Digital. So bring it on.
Hey boys, Dan Con's in the chat.
Dan Con, good to see you, mate. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Let us know what you're up to. Let us know how you've been as well.
And mate, I'm excited.
I'm excited. To be fair, it's been a while since we did this not in person. Because, to be honest, I'm actually sick of the sight of you in person. But watching you on the screen is manageable. That's absolutely fine.
What is that? What is that? That's absolutely ridiculous.
We spent so long together that day. the LAN was brutal, ladies and gentlemen.
To be fair, after we finished doing it, me and you separated. We were on different sides of the room. Literally, definitely different sides of the room. With different teams.
And who can blame us? Right. I mean, it says 22. It looks like we got 22. No more backing out. Let's go. We have got Digital Esports in the blue from right to left. D the G chasing down. For Digital. Digital are in the white, left to right. That is D the G for Digital. Which means it is FLAIR in the blue from right to left.
Lovely. And 8-Ball, have you checked where these both sit? Obviously, early start to the Summer League.
FLAIR have had a decent start. Digital Esports, not so much. I'm not going to dig them out here because it's early on in the season. Yeah, you don't look at the league table, unless there's been 10 games. So
Yeah.
we'll see what it's like after this. But no, Digital had a not a great start, which pains me because I big
But
them
Digital
up
always one of
big
the
them up every
teams.
season.
Even they've been knocking around since me and you've started this. They've been knocking around the highest level 8-ball. So
Yeah, exactly.
no matter what, regardless if they've lost 10 games in a row, anytime their name's drawn against the team, you know what they're going to bring, and
Exactly.
you know any time they're going to spark into life.
Yeah, I agree. I'm very much expecting them to do that today against, again, a FLAIR side where you genuinely don't know what's coming. Like, they could be absolute world beaters or not, effectively. Right. Can you see that screen now? Don't know. I've shared it with you.
Yes.
D the G, big save has come out, though. Spill. Oh, it's hit off the defender. It's ricocheted wide, and to be honest, that's going to go down as a bad miss. But big save, again, rebound simulator 24. Missed with the open goal and early warning signs for FLAIR. Swung in. Jeff tries to win it. Realsy for FLAIR. Gianni steps in nicely. That's why they leave him at the back.
Ball playing player. And what I like about Digital and the way they play 8-ball, like, they don't feel like when they're playing that spell of play there 8-ball, and it's still going on. They've got man over cross. Great block. Is it going to fall back in? It's hit the buzzer. 8-ball. It is a circus over here, and it's ended with it finishing in the top bins. And it was chaos all around the box. No one can clear their lines, but it's found its way into the net. 8-ball. 1-0 up.
1-0. And for some reason, my face cam is just frozen, so I'll work on getting that back. But you've still got my comms, and you've still got Domino, who is just going to be the face of this now.
The funniest thing is how it's frozen 8-ball more than anything else.
Well, it's unfortunate. It is unfortunate. Do you know what? It froze once I tried to start sharing some stuff with you, so I'm going to take that off.
Is that on me?
Wait, I'm just going to blame you anyway.
No, fair enough.
Yeah,
what I was saying about, again, a bit of the FLAIR's play there, or Digital's play there, sorry. They're looking really, really composed, like on the ball. And every time they've got the ball, it's like nothing's rushed 8-ball. It is like nothing, that they play everything on their own time. They're not forced from the team pressing them. All they'll do is fancy footwork in. They'll turn inside. It feels like all the game is just played at their tempo, and FLAIR have to do something to interrupt that.
And this is why I'm always shocked when Digital are up towards the top end of that table, because they do it so well. They do it, I would say they're one of the top 4, 5, 6 in the league for doing that. It's just for some reason they just don't get the results, and I do feel for them sometimes, but it is a results business at the end of the day. So, but again, it's Summer League, Domino. It's Summer League, so hopefully they can trial some new players. They can hopefully tempt some people to come across, maybe some out-and-out goal scorers. Maybe that's what they're missing.
Yeah, and that's another good thing about the Summer League 8-ball for, like I said, for the passers-by, the neutrals. It is, I wouldn't say the off-season or the pre-season. It's just, again, there's no obligations here. But for some of these boys that are going to get a trial in a team that is playing in one of the highest standards you can play in the game mode we love, it's a massive opportunity for these boys, mate.
Absolutely, yeah. And I would say it's arguably the highest. I can't think of many that are doing more than this at the moment. But
exactly, mate.
FLAIR on the edge of the box. Scaro with the roulette takes the corner. 30 minutes in, no real out-and-out chances for FLAIR so far. But if there's ever a team that can change that, it will be FLAIR. Cruz tempted to come out, but Orbito wins that, gives it to Gianni. Shrugs off his man. It's now 4v3. Gives it to D the G. Looks for that first time, but Vars is there. Does well. Gives it to Realsy. Dangerous Realsy. Might take the free kick. They keep it in. Recycle.
Yeah, it's good football on the ground here, 8-ball. I still think after the goal, the game's still yet to catch fire a little bit. I think both teams are still just settling down into a bit of a rhythm. I do think Digital have found their rhythm first.
Yeah.
But like I said, Flair are on a good run of games here. But well cut out there by Cruz.
Superb sweeping by that man. Good awareness as well. I didn't think he was gonna cross it so early. D the G looks to flick it on. He does flick it on, but Morals there goes long first time. And yeah, about just about the settling in. Sometimes I do think, especially in this league, teams want more time to settle in. These pro clubs games, these friendlies are quick. They, watching it is one thing, but playing in it, it's crazy how quickly the time goes.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's often the teams that come out fast. Here we go with Zeph, big save by Cruz, and he holds on to it, Domino.
It's well held.
That's very, very important, and a skill that not many know, especially in this game.
No, not at all, mate. I don't even know how you find that kind of skill.
Dybala wins it, gives it to Zeph, who's looking more and more dangerous on that right-hand side. Realzy, first time to Scaro, top bins, here we go, game on. 42 minutes gone, 1 apiece.
And then 8-ball, that is straight off the training ground, mate. That's right to left, in a line, so unison, on the diagonal, right to left, kept having the man overload on each side. Yeah. And as soon as they found a bit of space, what I liked is he didn't go for that one more. He took the man inside and then went for goal, paid off. Great finish. And goal's coming in. Abel, I can't even comment on the goal because Digital just hit back. And that's
it. I was waiting for you to finish your spiel. You're a bit slow behind the pace, mate. That's textbook, Doro. That is instant reply. 42 minutes for the second goal, 44 minutes for the third goal. Game well and truly on.
Yeah,
it was, do you know what? It was the Travella into the back post, Domino. The Travella into the back post is an absolute killer. And the OP knockdown header. Big finish at the near post. And yeah, just like that. Add another 2 goals onto the tally.
Ah, mate, half's flown by.
That's what happens. That is what happens. And that's what I mean. When you've got these players who are so good, they're so assured on the ball, they do want that extra touch, they do want that extra time, and sometimes that does slow the game down. But what you've got here is 2 teams who can do that to the absolute maximum potential. But then when you've got those players around them that need half a chance to finish, like the D, the G, the Mapinho, Scaro, they can put half chances away. So all of a sudden, sometimes we do get those, I don't want to say drab matches because they're good to watch. One's for the purists, you know which ones I'm on about.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have someone to finish those chances off, then it's going to seem like a boring 0-0. When you've got these quality players around like both of these 2 teams do, it can literally just go anyway, and that's what I absolutely love about clubs, to be honest.
Yeah, mate, absolutely. And like I said, both of them are, what can I say, the strikers up top there, clinical. And it's each of them are playing their same style of football. No one's moulded to adapt the other. And I wouldn't say, if this went in and both teams are drawing, I would say that would be a general fair result. But we've still got a lot of time here, 8-ball. And what I like, people get the shots away early. No one's trying to walk this in the net. If they are getting half a yard or half space, like you said, they are trying to take those chances.
That's it. That is it. Dybala out wide to Zayef. Acres to run into. Fakes cutting back, goes to the byline. Gush does really well, to be fair. Loses out, though. Realzy swings it in. Jeff repels it. D the G, good hold-up play from him. Ooh. Gives it to Gush. Sends his man for a Twix.
Ooh.
He's playing like it's Summer League, mate. In fact, he's playing like it's beach football.
Mate, I think he's playing do that on the beach. That's unbelievable.
Realzy looking for the goal scorer, Gianni and co. Do well in the build-up. 3v3 here with ongoing runners on that right-hand side. If he can just shift it onto that right-hand side, he can't. Realzy does well. Holds the ball up nicely. I'm not sure his centre-back wanted it there.
No, I tell you what, there was good defending on that side as well. As soon as he had to drag it back because he used the options as runners, giving himself some time, but the man didn't give it any rest and picked his pocket 8-ball.
Dybala, good turn. Loses Gianni, but Jay's there.
He did not
Again,
want that.
MTV did not want that there either. Here we go, 3v3, and this is a style that FLAIR seem to be defending with at the moment. Is they're more than happy to press those men up. Mupinho gets the shot away. What a finish that is! Edge of the box. opposite corner with the goggles on. Big Selly. 3-1.
8-ball. And literally, roll the clip back. This is why me and you are the best at what we do. What did we say? Half chances. People are going for goal nice and early. Mate, the turn back inside. There was 1 or 2 passes he could have made. Fired it top corner. That's what we love to see, 8-ball. What a goal. That was a big, big finish.
Yeah, I was just watching it back on my phone. Realsy. Scaro to Dybala. FLAIR have got to come out and play now, and the fact that they were leaving like 3 men back at all times leads me to believe that this is going to be a bloodbath this last 30 minutes.
Yeah, I mean,
something's got to give. There's goals.
And like I said, with digital, and you're a big advocate for digital, but we've seen them not pick up results. So there might be a little bit of frailty there. If FLAIR can go and get that second goal, it opens this game out. I still don't think this game is dead yet, 8-ball.
Hopefully not. Realsy. Taking his sweet time on the ball. Gives it to Dybala. Getting a bit of joy down this right-hand side. Exhibit A, Zeph. Jay does well. He's had a good game other than giving the ball away for maybe a goal. Jeff, big block. Good block from the centre-half and the cameraman. He can do it all. Gianni switches on. He finds it. Of course he does. Great player. Great switch. Here comes Dresch through one-on-one. KB9 stood firm, stood tall at his near post. Big save. Pushed it round the goalpost as well. Not back into danger, which is something we see often.
Yeah,
Orbito heads it down. Mupinho. Big stop. Jeff, the cameraman, tipped round the post again by KB9. Domino there under a lot of pressure here.
Mate, 2 saves there. Unbelievable. One is positioning sense and not going for that far corner and go to the near post. Next thing switched on with a couple of rebounds, and again, positioning was great, tipped around the post. That is not easy to do. You do have to keep a lot of concentration there. And
Jeff,
it looks like he just made another save or it's blocked on the line.
Morrill to Scaro. Knocking on that door, our digital. What a FLAIR got in response. Bit of one-touch football gives it to Nix. Realsy with a man on the overlap to Scaro. Left-hand side. Rarely gone down this side this game. Realsy. Dybala just holding up. 20 more minutes. Scaro. Good feet from him, the goal scorer. Nix. Fabio steps out. Absolutely crunches him. And here is the dangerous Gianni. Beats his man. Just rushed it. Just rushed it. Ball over the top. Jeff decided not to chase it. Cruz has come out. It's not locking him on properly. Eventually it does. Gives it to Gush. That 70-yard crossfield ball to Mupinho. Is
manually played as well, 8-ball.
Yeah. 2 feet. Vast with a big tackle there. FLAIR not left too many men forward here. Scaro doesn't need any support though. Beats one, can't beat another. And I feel like the 2 CDMs, Gianni and Jay in there for Digital, have just had a field day against this FLAIR side. I think that's been the main difference.
Yeah, absolutely. Giovanni's really impressed me, 8-ball. He's been composed on the ball. And again, decision-making from that man's been great today.
Digital now happy just to keep the ball. Another big switch. Orbito into Gianni's feet. Gives him it back. Doesn't want it. He's more than happy not to keep the ball at the moment. Gush loses his man. Drops the shoulder. Acres to run into on this left-hand side. Is the man at the back post. Should he choose to drill it in? He chooses to just embarrass his opponent even more. Edge of the box.
Oh, Summer League.
Mupinho busting out his best Gareth Bale impression. Over the crossbar, though. And it remains 3-1 with 8 minutes left. FLAIR needs something, and they need something now.
Yeah. And they might get the full comfortably here, but no, Jeff sweeps up quite nicely.
Yeah. Digital taking up some good spaces. They're only ever 1 pass away from being in. And I think it's something FLAIR might need to look out. That or they're just happy with it being Summer League. I don't know. Realsy over the top. Nix. It was offside. No rush to take this, I would imagine. Jeff and the boys. 5 minutes remaining.
I think it's just calming down. You've got 5 minutes to see out. Your 2 goals to the good. You don't want to give anything to make it squeaky bum time here. So you're just gonna try and hold it, and then that was the
They're
opposite.
trying their best. Yeah, they're trying their best. Gianni drops the shoulder nicely, gives it to Gush, and again it's 4v3, 5v3 now. Jay on the edge of the box. Looks to slot it through. Mara does well. Dybala sweeps up after him. A bit of space here for FLAIR. Maybe just switching off a little bit for Digital. Scara, good ball. Loses the man, does Absco. Gets to the byline, swings it in. Gush does well not to rush the clearance. Instead goes long. Mara heads it down nicely. Vast into Realzy. Great ball. Look at that. On. Oh my Christ. What a save that is. I was going to say, he put it on an absolute plate for him. He didn't do anything wrong, but Cruz, the 6'7" beast, that is why people come to watch this man. People pay good money to watch this man, and rightly so. Wow. Big save. They can't do anything with the resulting corner. And yeah, Jeff is happy to get it away. We're happy to call it there. 3-1. Domino, to be honest, for maybe the first time ever, hear me out, because you'll know the answer. Maybe for the first time ever, what I said before the game actually happened in a game. Digital, very good. FLAIR, you just never know who's going to turn up for him. That's how if I had to write a report in 50 words or less, that is genuinely how it would be.
And both teams were good value for it. And I'll always congratulations Digital, and commiserations FLAIR on the channel. I did think the Digital boys looked very composed in that game. Strong game plan. They got the goals, very well taken goals, and on merit of that game, I do think Digital deserve the points there.
No, I agree. I agree. There were some big moments. I think if that chance at the end had been a bit sooner and they put it away, like you said in comms, I think squeaky bum time would have happened. And maybe, just maybe, because you saw from that free kick where they thought we were doing a bit of game management, there was just a little bit of nerves in there. And I think that that comes from a team who've just won 1 in 8 in this summer league. So, you know, off to a top start tonight. Not only did they pick up 3 points, but they also played very well as well. And I think for Digital, it's just what the doctor ordered. For FLAIR, Domino, I really don't want to say this, but I think Pro Clubs Weekly might be their bad omen, because I genuinely can't remember the last time I saw them win on this channel. I don't think they ever have. I'm just gonna put it out there. I don't think they have.
That's a big statement, Abel.
So sorry, FLAIR, but
someone go back through our catalogue and find this, because I need to know. I need facts. I need
right.
hard searches.
Big game time, and it's big game because let's find the team sheets, because there are names for days.
I mean, to be fair, like I said, I was that excited. I caught the POISE game yesterday, April, and it's just a different level, mate. It's a different level.
Yeah, exactly. Played 8, won 6. It's kind of what you expect from this POISE side. If anything, they'll be upset. What?
Yeah, are they currently leading the table, April?
No. What I was going to say, before I was rudely interrupted, is they'll be upset that they're not currently leading the table, whilst many teams will be absolutely fine with that. You know, as we know, a team like POISE striving for perfection. As we can see, confirmation there of Luca and Ryan Charak up front, with Nashaw in behind in that cam role. It's a bit of a different side to what we saw at the LAN event for ALTAY.
Yep. I was about to say that. Absolutely. I mean, ALTAY did have, I wouldn't say some ringers, but some ringers.
I would say, yeah. I mean, it was like a freaking all-star team. Yeah,
they did have some good players, mate. And the energy of them two in the same building, competing each other.
Twice.
The good thing is, that's what I mean, before I was rudely interrupted, we got to see them twice against it. And the second game, it still stands out to me with one of my most tense games that, again, I've called in person or online. It was once ALTAY scored and the POISE scored the second, you see it on there. The POISE boys got up and they looked over and celebrated towards them. Nothing harmful, nothing malicious in it. It was gamesmanship, and I was like, "This is it. This is what I need. Inject that in."
It was quite intense. To be fair, I think the whole day was quite intense because you're not gonna not celebrate, right? But also at the same time, it's like, where's the line? But it was a lot of people's first LAN, so no one actually knows where the line is. We were literally on the line, and we didn't know where the bloody line was. So
Yeah.
someone let us know where the line is, please, because we don't know. But yeah, on that, these two played each other twice. POISE came out winners both times, so I think this is a really good time for ALTAY to play POISE, because
mate.
they don't have to wait too long to try and get that retribution.
Yeah, mate, absolutely. And I'm just looking over at the chat, and we've probably got the worst take on there, mate, by someone posted on the chat. VPG coming here. Cruz making saves like Delosa. I don't understand that, Abel. So someone needs to again.
He did save the LAN. Maybe that's what he was referring to. Well done. Yeah, Cruz is unreal. I mean, to be fair, someone asked us beforehand who is the best goalkeeper at the moment, and Cruz is always up there in those conversations, and so it should be. And yeah, absolutely showed in the last 5 minutes why he should be, because to be honest, Dominic didn't have anything to do before then. And we always say it's a sign of a good goalkeeper when they can just
absolutely able
bust that out. But speaking of goalkeepers, Domino, we have got Guy Jesus is playing tonight. He is in rotation with Edu Martins. I don't know why they're gatekeeping two of the best goalkeepers on planet Earth at the moment, but
I mean, that's the name of POISE. That's literally, one of them could go out to any other team, and I swear to God, one of the other teams just walk into the top slot up top. But POISE are that much of a big name that you've got two world-class keepers switching in and out for each other.
And they brought them both to the LAN as well.
Oh, mate, it's different, isn't it? It's just different energy. It's different energy.
Crazy.
But let's talk a little about ALTAY, mate.
Yeah, go for it.
Because looking at a team, mate, you've got, we were talking about him earlier, like Middleton in goal, mate. Speaking to him, so we were after, we'll go back to the LAN. So after they played POISE in that second game, and the near post shot went in, Middleton writ down individually players to watch out for and what sides they favour. And he was like, Dom, I knew he was going to go near post. The animation let me down, but I was like, that level of goalkeeping, April, or that level of research, I was like, I'm here for it. That guy takes his job seriously.
I like that. He did get a tiny shout at the beginning of this stream. That's all I'll ever give him. But yeah, I imagine he'll have a part to play in tonight's action. I assume he'd be rather busy this evening. Again, something else we touched upon at the beginning of this stream was Ben Ray. Sheffield Wednesday in the Pro Clubs Weekly League, Domino, and now he's on the big stage. I don't want to big the Pro Clubs Weekly League up, but we make dreams come true here. So
that's proof, April. That is proof.
He's gone full Jamie Vardy on us. He's anchoring that ALTAY midfield with Corincha Jr., who he doesn't know he exists, but he's one of my favourite players to watch because he's just so very attacking. He's like an angry Perlo. Like he's very he is. It's true. So looking forward to watching those two. Yeah. Well, no, Gattuso couldn't play as well as Perlo. That's what I'm trying to get at. Is yeah, very, very aggressive going forward. Good attacking player. RPS, when's the game start? I mean, I've got it on my other screen. They are playing Lobby Simulator at the moment. What I don't understand, I refreshed it now, got an advert, so I can't tell you. What I don't understand is why nobody is in the actual team. So they're all sat on the bench, but hey ho. As soon as we know, you will know. They are officially late by 3 minutes, but I guess you can call 5. Hopefully it's no more than
Yeah.
5. Not that we've got anything else to do, no. I mean, I don't have anything else to do tonight. I was actually very, very early to come and do this stream today because I had nothing else to do. So,
If I'm honest, I didn't actually think me and you were streaming. Like, I genuinely think me and you... I thought me and you were just sitting here watching the games.
I mean, we can do it if you want. Bye, everyone. To be honest, we've picked a good team or good set of teams to kind of get stuck on because we could talk about these two teams for a very, very long time. Taziek, we've just finished doing the baller build for that man. It comes out on Thursday. Ooh. Members, you can watch it now because that's what membership does. Everyone else, you have to wait until midday on Thursday. Very, very, very good. Yeah. Very, very good CDM, defensive CDM. So for those of you who have been bitching
Talking
in the
about
comments,
defensive CDMs, 8-ball, you got to look at his partner as well, mate. Festic.
Festic is one of those. Right, this is gonna sound harsh, but hear me out, right?
Festic, close your ears.
He is a very good Phil Neville. Okay, I'm just gonna put it out there because I see him playing a lot of positions, but he never plays bad, and he's just like, I just feel like championship sides, teams that tend to do really, really well always have like those utility players in. And yes, Phil Neville gets a bad rap, but look at the teams that he was in and how much they won around about those times. And
the medals, mate.
Yeah, exactly. Count those medals. I did caveat by saying he's a very good Phil Neville, not just Phil Neville.
Mean, that's we're gonna. Yeah, I was thinking that's a borderline one. If you said someone like a very good O'Shea, it'd be a different question. But every time I've seen Festic play, to be fair, that's a really good way of explaining it because I've seen Festic pop up in some different positions. But every time I've seen him, I'm like, that guy can ball, and you know a sign of a good player that can be very versatile of what the team need. I don't think I've seen him around the front line, either the top 2 or Cam, but anywhere across that midfield or the back, mate, he's been outstanding.
Yeah. And again, the wide positions, Forged, everyone knows him, baller build fame, quality player. But on the other side is Furian as well. And it's just one of those. You'll see the lineup here and kind of what they're going for. It's let me just take this off and this off. It is the 3-5-2. So when you get these wide players, Domino, not only are they expected to grab 10 goals, 20 assists every season, the amount of defensive work that these wide midfielders need to do is unreal. And again, it might be a testament to POISE's success, but those wide players do exactly what's asked of them every single game, and I think it's rare to find. Is what I'm gonna say. And
I have not seen a more ball-dominant team than POISE. They almost remind me of Man City currently, where if you play them, you're expected to play them without the ball. The last game they played was against Black Sheep, which was yesterday. They lost to Black Sheep 2-1, but if you looked at the stats there, mate, they dominated the ball for about 80% of the game. Obviously, it only matters on that stat on the top right-hand side at the end, on the stroke of the full time. But they play at such a pace, and other teams have to adapt to them. It's why it's really good them playing something like ALTAY.
Yeah, hopefully now you can see at home they're starting to. They're doing a lobby reset, but they're starting to get into their positions now, so that's always good. That's a positive. Yeah, here we go. Lucasaur's in the chat, who we met at the LAN. Welcome. Good evening. Again, he played for ALTAY, so is he playing tonight? Who knows? I mean, I did just see Alves playing up front, and he now seems to have swapped with Luisinho Boniface, so who knows? Who knows what any of these teams are cooking? It's Summer League, ladies and gentlemen. I'm quite sure people just do what the hell they want around here.
Yeah, everyone's had a good time. But like I said, for those people, Benj and stuff that are playing for top class teams, it is a real spotlight for them. So kudos. And people, you know it the same as me, mate. We could organise a friendly against any team. As soon as you lobby up and you go, no one's really messing about, mate. Everyone's coming for blood. Everyone's coming for a win.
Well, to be fair, a lot of these players, they're the ones who are doing the cash cups, you know, late into the weekday evenings, weekends. Like, they just love clubs. Like, nobody wants to jump in a game of clubs, no matter what format it is, and lose a game of clubs. You know, they're playing divisions. You don't want to be losing clubs.
No.
It's one of those things where I think if you can get used to that kind of winning formula, that winning feeling, that is why they're here. That is why they're at the pinnacle of pro clubs at the moment. That's exactly what these POISE boys are doing. ALTAY, again, I think, depending on what they start doing with their team, Domino, the signings they make for FC25, I think will be really, really interesting, because they're a massive, massive club. So I think FLAIR did it a little bit at the start of FC24. They brought in a lot of good players, and they couldn't really get them to gel for whatever reason.
It happens in all-star teams, 8-ball, like where again, this is the most B-Tech what I play on compared to these guys, where you go every time at like the third pass and get someone who hasn't touched the ball in, let's say, virtually 15 minutes and wants to make themselves a hero by playing a killer pass over the top. It just needs all players. For example, if you are, let's say, Luca, for prime example, or Luca will do this, if he's in a team that is not touching the ball often, if he gets the ball, he's still going to play his game. But if you're in a team of all-stars, he'd be like, I'd want to show everyone else what I can do. So it's sometimes the gelling process of people not passing the ball. Luca, if you look at POISE, I can guarantee you this. If Luca's open, he gets the ball to feet. 9 times out of 10, every time I watched it, the POISE games or on that LAN event, if Luca's free, Luca gets that ball. Him or Nashaw make the team go forward. So if Luca's not playing like that, he'll have to pick up the ball in deeper positions in an all-star team. He's like, right, I'm going to run this. And yeah, you sometimes get a clash of stars, clash of players, really.
To be fair, we see it quite a lot, especially in this league, in the VPG Esports Premier. A lot of teams just cancelling each other out, which, again, I think casuals will maybe say, it's a bit like UFC, don't I? I know we use this analogy a lot. Casuals will be like, oh, you know, I like stand and bang. Like, everyone wants to see a 4-5, 6-5, you know, 7-all. Why not? Like, we like to see that too. But when you see these teams, and you know, we do get a 0-0 or a 1-0, and they're literally just fighting fire with fire, and you can see there's 22 people on that pitch who enjoy the ball to feet, who can pick a pass, who can hold the ball off, who can finish, who can defend. It's crazy, and I think stuff like that needs to be celebrated. And to be honest, Domino, that is literally what this channel is for. It's literally just highlighting. Do you know what? Divisions is great. Me and Domino played Divisions for however many years. Just take it up a step. Like, this is the next step. Esports Premier is the pinnacle, and we're all just on stepping stones to try and get towards that. So
yeah, able absolutely that, mate. As you were saying, like for the casuals, yeah, you want to see a stand and bang, but if you take in the intricacies and you are the hardcore, again, at the LAN event, so eye-opening, speaking to people is like, right, we need to press higher because we need the right wing backs, the right wingers players, right wing backs, and give them no room. So the idea of pushing up higher to give yourself opportunities, it is so much like real football tactics. It's unbelievable. And if teams not switched on, that's the sides they're getting hurtful. So you're going to see high level here on this pitch as soon as we get it going, Abel.
Yeah, I was going to say, as soon as we get it going, I might, I don't often chase, but I might actually have to chase.
And see what the time frame is.
Make a,
But going back to your point, Abel, I think I'm going to test your memory here, Abel. Right, so there was a team in the playoffs to get into the VPG Prem 3 seasons ago, maybe. No, it's got to be further than that. They put in an all-star team, but they got beaten. Do you remember what that team was called? Because I'm trying to think now about putting an all-star team together, and they got into the playoffs to get into the VPG Prem, but lost. And they had a wicket in. They dispersed straight after it.
Oh,
Is it called Undefeated or Unified. It definitely begin with you, mate. They were an unbelievable team, but an all-star team.
Was it
that didn't make
unbelievable?
It might have been, mate. It was something to begin with you. Someone needs to find that out. If BPG are in the chat, they'll know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
That was an example of that team. World-class players, and they just put some ballers in together, and they just didn't gel in that game.
It happens, mate. It happens, and that again, that's the beauty of 11v11. Not dissing 1v1s or 2v2s or anything like that, but 1v1s you tend to get the same people who win all the time, with some card/players that they always use. Like, it's always the same stuff. Whereas clubs, we wouldn't be here. I mean, we've been running this now for about a year and a half. I've not seen the same game twice. Literally not seen the same game twice, and that's. I thought by this point we probably will, Dominic. I thought by this point we might have got a little bit bored and just jacked it all in now, but yeah, we've signed up to another 2 years of this. So
have we? Where was that? When did I sign?
I forged your signature.
Sounds about right.
It was a contract from you to me. Just sold your soul to me.
Yeah, sounds about right, mate. It does look like everyone's lobbied up though, mate.
Yeah, they're saying half past. It's all ALTAY's fault. So yeah, any ALTAY people watching, yeah, naughty boys.
8 ball. That's designed 8 ball. This is meant.
The head games already started. Mate.
We always get back to UFC or boxing, mate. They're delaying their kickoff. They're delaying their walkout, mate.
This is the absolute maximum you can get. Is the 15 minutes full? This has been a full on 15 minutes. We should have gone for a break. We didn't, because we like talking. And yeah, we're seconds away. We're moments away.
Yeah, that's what I would have done. So what ALTAY done, I'll tell you this now for a fact. Well, actually, it's not a fact. Don't sue me. They obviously POISE finished their little warm-up game as well. Got to the lobby nice and early, ready for that. ALTAY still played, mate. They played an extra warm-up game, get a little bit more fresher. So POISE are sitting there, a little bit rusty as they've been in the lobby, and ALTAY are already cooking, already on engines, mate. Already ready to go.
The only people who got here before us were POISE. They're the only people who've been waiting longer. Are POISE.
But again, you've seen their ambiance, 8 ball. You ain't gonna anger POISE. Do not anger POISE.
No. Again, they're one of those teams. There are a few teams like that who, Phoenix are another one. When you anger them, they play better. So look, let's just keep it PG, and let's not anger them. Right.
Yeah.
POISE ascending. Nashor is captain, is he not? Correct me if I'm wrong. No, Luca's captain. I can never tell because it's always in such a weird place. Like, it's above Nashor, but it's next to Luca. Like, I don't know. But yeah, apparently it's being sent. So
now Luca's holding on to it for a little bit longer. He's like, do you know what? Let me take 2 more sips of this coffee, and I'll send it after.
Uno reverse card.
Whew. It's mental warfare as well. I was again casuals. Got to know these things.
These guys have got cash cups to play after this, man. Come on, like they're the only people who do have places to be.
It looks like ALTAY sent.
I know it's been a long time because I've played through the whole of our background music loop, and that's about 25 minutes. So apologies for that.
We've been speaking for 25 minutes.
I know, it's crazy, isn't it? It's like it's like we get paid to do it. We actually physically don't.
Yeah, it's like we actually like each other. Imagine me who just not leaving.
We actually physically don't.
No.
Right.
I thought that was 2 Madrid kits there.
I thought that too, yeah. POISE in the Real Madrid kit, ALTAY in the Benfica kit. Which again is head games because POISE from Portugal. I feel like they're just doing everything they can do to psych them out, mate.
Yeah, absolutely. And but to be fair, POISE not one of those teams that actually need to get pulled into those trickery, that gamery. They're a team that will just turn up, and them playing against you is enough psyching out your need. Just seeing them on the team sheet, like, fair enough.
It psyched me out, for crying out loud.
I'm excited, April. I'm excited.
I was going to say, it's
expecting a ball dominant, a ball heavy possession for POISE here with ALTAY trying to hit him on the counter?
I'm expecting exactly what we saw at the LAN, which was exactly that. POISE to sneak it by a goal with 59% possession. So here we go. Finally underway. Poise. Looking like they've got places to be on the attack early doors. Nature with the zoomed in camera. I quite like it, to be honest. See all the action. See the beads of sweat on their head. Taziek.
I mean, you'll see what I mean. Look, every time Luca is available and shows feet, it goes to his feet.
It's a very simple yet effective tactic.
Do you know what? I think I'd Jason Park him, mate ball. I would get someone to follow him around the pitch and just make sure he doesn't touch the ball. And that
Park,
is living
Phil
dangerous.
Neville, Gattuso, anyone we've mentioned in the last 25 minutes. Just get
How
them to
much that
follow
show our
around.
age, by the way?
Yeah, I can't name any player. This is all I watch these days, though. I haven't watched a game of football in a year and a half. Just e-football for me. Here we go. It is ALTAY in the white. Gives it to their skipper, Zanares. With the feet. Goes down. Here we go. Domino, this might what we need to get things
100%.
cooking.
That was a clothesline as well, April.
Penalty spot. Here we go. Straight down the middle. Pressure penalty. 1-0. It is that man on your screen. The skipper, Zanares. 1-0.
We know about pressure penalties, April. We know it's down the middle. I'm thinking of getting a PC dub top made with that slogan on it.
Please do, because I'll buy one.
What a result for ALTAY. This reminds me of that semi-final, April.
Uh-oh.
Where it was...
Don Uzal does really well there. Nashor gets his pocket picked. He had men forward, decided to come back. Not sure it was the best idea, but I am not going to tell that man how to play cam. A goose. Playing like he's got a point to prove tonight. He's being very direct at the moment. They do get the ball clear. He's gone down. Do you know what? He got a free kick for it, which... Fair enough. Fair enough.
I mean, I didn't see what happened. I saw the ball
No,
come across.
exactly. I don't think the referee saw it either, mate. I genuinely
he just saw him on the floor. He's like, yeah, I'll flag.
Sprawled out on the floor. Here we go then. ALTAY get it restarted on the halfway line. Killer Kai comes back to Pixels. Happy to keep the ball. ALTAY doing a bit of poise on poise. Benray, maybe his first touch, you know. Jews wins the header. And Furian is there just to tidy up around him. Boniface gives it to Nashor. Drills it into Luca's feet. He's got half a yard. Pixels does well to get back. Keeper doesn't come. Jesper needs to clear. Again, just a hint of... I'm not going to say desperation, because it's not desperate, but also they're very aware of how dangerous this poise attack is.
Yeah.
And here we go. Over the top to Luca.
What a block.
Yeah, very, very good block.
I mean, you did his last-ditch tackles and attempts. It's the 19th minute. I mean, what ALTAY need to do, and they did get that goal, and it was a deserved, mate. It was definitely a penalty. They just need to get on the ball and have a little bit down of a settle period, because if...
Here we go. Back stick forged. Oh, he's gone near post. Pixels. The touch on that, it locked onto his foot. It was a goal line clearance, but he actually touched it down to perfection. VPG in the chat, why aren't you wearing your ALTAY t-shirts? That's a very good question. We're trying to be as
I'll be biased. That would be
Switzerland
very
as possible here.
If Poise gave us a t-shirt, then one of us would wear the other one, but unfortunately we couldn't wear both of them.
If Poise gave us a t-shirt, I'm retiring, mate. I'd die happy.
Yeah, they were swanky as well.
Nashor into Taziek. And Poise are really starting to... they're not waiting. Here we go. Boniface's here. He's chipped in. He's chipped the goalkeeper. He's robbed the centre-half. ALTAY, they're going to be mad at themselves because they were doing everything to fend off this Poise attack, and it's the softest of goals. They did the hard part. They did the hard part, scoring.
April, you said it there. They'll be kicking themselves for that.
Yeah,
if
absolutely.
They go through with one of their worldy shots and score, fair enough. There's nothing more you can do out of that. That is down to them not clearing their lines, being a bit sloppy at the back, and you don't do that with a team as highly respected and as highly decorated as Poise. You just don't do it. That is unbelievable.
What a touch down the line. Luca to Nashor. How many times have we seen that? And again, someone's had their pocket picked. Benray gets in there. Middleton gets in there. And it's all a bit sloppy in that ALTAY box. But If they come out with a point, if they come out with 3 points, they won't care how sloppy it is.
No.
And sometimes you just need to do that against this POISE side. Here's Magma. Slides it through to Zanares. Furian from the Y position. Almost doing his best ALTAY centre-back impression there and giving away as the last man. Corincha Jr.
I'm not going to blame like here 8-ball, but it does look like centre-halves are just taking an extra touch when they don't need to. It happened in that POISE box as well, and it happens twice down at the ALTAY corner. It looks like they're going to pass it and then take this weird touch again, and it's just gone out their feet.
Yeah,
so
and VPG made a good point. POISE press, we said it so many times during the LAN as well. We're probably not giving them enough credit. Just when you think you've got, just when you think you've got a bit of time on it, Luca and co will hunt you down. It's something they do very well, actually. D-Ball, where's my top? I mean, if Domino gets one of these penalty tops made, we'll send it out. That's not a problem. Here we go. Boniface in. Oh, that's a horrible action from the goalkeeper. He did nothing wrong whatsoever. Desks are going to be broken right now. Save the controller.
Oh,
he is not going to enjoy that one. He did nothing wrong at all.
Yeah, Middleton's going to be absolutely furious at that because he gambled hard on one side. Gambled hard. And it paid off because he got the hands to it and then the ball ricocheted off his gloves and went in. But I did say it earlier. POISE are getting too much of that ball.
He needs to slide in through. Here we go. Luca with the one touch. He gets crunched from the side. It looked a bit like a foul to me, but yeah, ooh. Boniface here up front, partnering Luca, is having a phenomenal game alongside her. Here is Nashaw. Into Luca's feet. Does the flip flat. Gabri gets in and gives it back to the goalkeeper, who might have sore wrists at the moment. That's one way to deal with it. That is, do you know what? That's one way to deal with it. Headshot from 20 yards.
Headshot.
Ben Ray swings it into the near post. Guy Jesus with his first touch of the game. It's going to be the last touch of the half. 2-1 to POISE, coming back from a goal behind. Domino, thoughts first and foremost, please.
I think, well, ALTAY got the penalty. It was deserved. I genuinely thought it was a penalty. It looked like a WWE clothesline, so penalty, scored the penalty. The problem what ALTAY had is when POISE were getting more dominant in the game, if POISE got back in, if POISE scored that goal when they did, ALTAY are already sunk. They're already in a shell. They're already in a shape where they're in a defensive mindset. So as soon as that one goes in, the mentality is, you've got to learn to be the hammer and you've got to learn to be the nail. When POISE can do that, ALTAY were the nail for far too long, and when they lost that goal, they were still the nail 8-ball. They need to come out this half and be the hammer. Yeah,
I think the more they can get into Zanaris' feet, the better, because he's looked like the danger man for them. It's probably going as we called it. It's POISE heavy, but ALTAY is still in this. You know, that penalty was good for them. The penalty early on was good for them as well. They probably came into this game knowing they were going to concede a goal or two.
Yes, yeah.
So if they can dust themselves off, go into this second half positive, then why the hell not?
And ALTAY are true professionals, so they would have watched POISE games yesterday against Black Sheep, which would have been a sign. It's like, do you know what? Like, as much as they're heavy on the ball, if we can say do diligent and resilient in defence, there could be something for us to counter or get something in this game here. They just got to make those smart decisions. But, for example, it's stuff like that. Like, I think Luca, someone needs to G some part of that, man.
Kaziak picked him out a treat there. A 60-yard ball. Gets it at the near post. Does a bit too much on it. Instead gives it to Nasha, who wanted a day and a month to take the shot there. It's not usually what we expect from those two. But we move. 2-1 still. Could have put them to the sword early in this first half. And we're saying how important it is for ALTAY to come out and be positive. I'm not sure how positive you can be if you concede in the first 5 minutes of the second half, after having what we probably know was the halftime team talk of, come on boys, let's not get out of this game, let's stay in this for as long as we can. Here is Furian on the left hand side, blocked by what it looks like Ben Ray down the line, nothing on. Angelino takes it up, gives it to Ricardinho. Good turn. And over the top to the on-rushing Forged. Luca at the near post again. Big tackle by Pimeros.
What a tackle as well. And that needed to be there because that's a penalty. Stonewaller, if he gets anything wrong there, What
Yeah.
a tackle it was.
In
And
the
it's
nick
moments
of
like
time.
this that need to give ALTAY some confidence, and they need to go forward with a bit of confidence. They're doing
Yeah.
that now. There's willing runners
Oh,
inside
here we
and
go.
outside.
Ball over the
It's
top.
a delicious ball over the
Let's
top.
go.
Oh my.
No time for the celebration. They don't need it. They want to carry on, Domino. They want to make this 3-2. They want to carry on. They want to march on and get all 3 points. They're not happy with a loss. They're not happy with a draw. They want maximum points. And yeah, the cheeky ball over the top by Don Unsal. The work before that by Carincha Jr. It's fantastic to watch. And to be honest, I do think with how the goals have gone against ALTAY, I do think that, you know, they'll be sat there saying, you know what, we're well worth at least a draw here, if not to be in the lead. So they're a dangerous beast when they're in this kind of mood, Domino.
Yeah, absolutely. The only thing I'd say is, do you know what? I was actually going to say that their build-up play is looking very, very good, but as soon as they get their pocket pick, that's when they've come and stuck here. But they got out expertly there. It's a great 8-ball. We've got a fantastic virtual 35 minutes in front of us. I'll tell you that.
And we thought it was going to be a dead rubber. Goose down to, oh my Christ! That is,
ricochet off a body and the bar.
Look out for other signs of the apocalypse. I do not believe he's not hit the target there. I just assumed it nestled.
I'm still thinking it did nestle.
There's a hole in the net. Nayshaw finds feet again. Luca trying to find his strike partner. Jews does fantastically well there. Wrapped his leg around the attacker. Furian heading for that corner. Gives it to Boniface, who's been quiet, but not anymore. Gives it to Luca. First time shot. Middleton, perfect positioning. This time can handle it. Had a bit less pace on it.
Yeah,
bullets it out.
Again, 8-ball right there again is a great sign. I think Luca done nothing wrong. He got the ball inside. It was a snapshot. Had to take it. He was getting just wait there. He's running down that line. Crosser shot was that 8-ball.
Yes. It's Taziak. I don't think he's allowed that high up, so I don't really think he knew what to do when he got there. But I think he tried his luck. He knows he's on Pro Clubs Weekly.
Oh wow.
Luca to Nayshaw, cuts back, gives it back to Luca. They're there again. Zanaris, look how deep he is. He's the centre forward, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow, 8-ball, fair play. That's tracking back.
Yeah. Taziak. And here's the CDM. Swings it in. Ben Ray's opposite number cuts it out. Gets the clearance down the line. Can they get change out of Ricardinho? No, they can't. Not many do. Gabri. Zanaris does well. If you beat one of them, the other will come back and get you. That's the problem with this POISE side. Good feat from Agus originally. Magma does well, but ultimately gives it away. And yeah, D Moore saying in the chat, that's the best thing about clubs is these players are quality. They've got a mistake in them. Several mistakes. Oh my god. They can do things like that. Middleton takes one for his troubles. And yeah, that's the beauty of clubs, isn't it? Let's
100%.
be honest. Pixels. To Pimeros, who's had a good game. Sprays it out wide. Gabri's feet. Decides to head it on, and it's given away. Lots of turnovers in this last 10-15 minutes. Just as it was spicing up, Domino, to be a... oh, wow. Angelo just about gets...
the thing is, none of these teams mentally would reserve themselves for the draw. It's just not who they are. It's not in their DNA.
I agree,
It's not the cloth which they are cut from.
We might see a winner yet. 4 minutes left. ALTAY are pouring men forward. Don't forget, they are out for blood. They are out for retribution. But what happened at the LAN? Ricardinho steps in well.
Really good. He sent me for hot dogs.
Luca on the overlap to Nayshaw. 2v2. Boniface cuts onto the right foot. Here we go. He's got half a yard. I'm not sure it took any deflections. No, it's gone straight through. And again, he did the hard part. It might well be the fact that, you know, you look across and you see a goalkeeper in good form. You think you've got to pull it even wider than you usually have. That's Esports Prem, baby. Like, there's never going to be games where you don't have a good goalkeeper in goal. Ben Ray, big tackle, falls to Agus. Not a bad attempt, but it was blocked at the first, second, and third time. And here we go. 2 apiece, a gentleman's draw. I mean, I don't, like you said, Dominic, I think both sides would have wanted to win that. However, 2 apiece. Desmond I genuinely don't think either side could feel too agreed with that.
No, April. It was a very, very good game. High quality all over. And to be fair, it did kind of go how we thought it did. Poise dominant on possession. I did like the dynamics between Boniface and Luca.
Yeah.
Luca was the one that would pick the ball up and try and unlock defenses. Boniface picked up the ball, 8-ball, and he was the Ruud van Nistelrooy. He was the clinical, right, if I've got the ball, I'm driving in, I'm trying to take a shot on.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that dynamic of the two players. You know exactly what you're working off. And from ALTAY boys, it shows resilience, 8-ball. Not only did they go a goal up, they went 2-1 down and they were getting hammered at the time. The game could have been all over within the early minutes of that second half if that was not a big save from Middleton. They grinded through those periods, got an extra goal, and they did get some more chances towards the end. So, gentlemen's draw, 8-ball, couldn't agree more.
Yeah, exactly that. Exactly that. Once again, I feel like you get the penalty t-shirt, Domino, and I'll get the t-shirt that basically says another great advertisement for VPG, another great advertisement for competitive 11s, pro clubs. If you're not already playing competitive pro clubs, again, get involved. Jump in our Discord, jump in VPG's Discord, jump in any old Discord and just get yourself involved. It's the best way to play pro clubs. Nights like this, again, you should be kind of trying to work your way up to these types of leagues, these types of teams, because this is where the magic happens. And pro clubs is on the up. And take it from us, we saw it firsthand a couple of weeks ago. It's going places. It's going places. Bigger audiences, potentially more money, more interest. It's all going in the right direction. So now is a very, very good time to get involved in pro clubs. Not 7 or 8 years ago, like me and Domino did, because not much has changed since then.
Yeah, now we seem old. Well, yeah, we are old, but we are now fully retired. But I was thinking during that game, 8-ball, do you know sometimes where you see players like that, like Luca up top, you're like, do you know what? Like, I'd love to be a CD. I'd love to be a centre back and try and go like one-on-one with Luca and see what it's like. I don't get that feeling with that. Like, that's the level where I'm like, no, I don't want to be bullied for an evening, for 15 minutes of my evening. I just don't fancy it. I'm not that.
Yeah, it's an absolute no from me, Domino. Do you know what? I'd rather do many other things that don't involve me chasing that man around.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, absolutely right. To be honest, we don't really have anything else left to say other than get involved in everything Pro Clubs and Pro Clubs Weekly. So if you're not already subscribed, go and subscribe. Think about memberships as well. You guys get those baller builds quicker.
And that's going to help you in 2025. I'll tell you that now. Because they're going to be popping off in 2025. So
I hope so. That's the plan anyway. We're here for a long time, not a good time. So yeah, make sure you're following us. Jump in the Discord. Always a good time over there. And yeah, just keep playing pro clubs. It's all we can ever ask.
Absolutely, April.
Right. I think we're back on Thursday. But if not, we do have some videos in the pipeline. We've got a baller build out Thursday, a baller build out Sunday, and then a few more before the close of FC 24. We'll probably have a little bit of a break, maybe a couple of weeks with no baller builds before we move into 25. But as soon as 25 comes, boom, it'll be like a conveyor belt. So,
and to be fair, if you are new listening or joining in, and you want to know what the biggest event in England, pro clubs wise, check out our vlog on the Pro Clubs Week channel. 8-ball. It was naughty, mate. I loved it. I've watched it twice. I loved it.
It was good. Yeah, I mean, before we jumped on today, I was in Mr. Delosa's DMs begging him to do another one, and to make it 2 days this time instead of just the one. So
is that because me and you both want more time away from the missus?
Yeah, exactly.
I can say that because they don't watch my stream.
Right, guys and girls, thank you very much for tuning in. See you Thursday, and yeah, see you on all our other videos and social media posts and Discord. We did put out a big juicy post today actually, because we got loads of jobs at Pro Clubs Weekly, so we don't get paid, but you guys can get paid, so go and check those out. That's on Discord and our Twitter as well.
Nice.
funnily enough, that got loads of interest. So give us a while to go through. Yeah, getting paid to do stuff from pro clubs. I know it's crazy. I don't know. We wouldn't know what it felt like, but yeah, go check those out if you think you can. If you think you can help our cause, especially on the build up to.
Take care.
Build up to 25. Right, we're going now. This is it. Cheerio, guys.
Peace.